Hey guys, so we're gonna do a little continuation of what I did earlier. So Nick got a hold of me, which I'm gonna tell you right now. This is how my day has been. Nick got a hold of me. Um, I talked to a guy from Long Island. He called me via Scruff. Yeah, I think that's right. It was a lot of fun. He was a nice guy. I loved his accent. He's from Long Island, so he has the nice Jersey-ish sounding New York. Um, it's funny, I did not realize how New York I sound until I was hanging around with people down here who speak country. Oh, hell. They talk like that. It's really not right. I shouldn't laugh, that's what I'm saying. But so I can hear the New York in my accent, even though I'm from Michigan. But the smear of upstate New York went through across the upstate, across Michigan, and into Illinois. So if you go to somebody from Rockford, Illinois, they sound just like me. And if you go to Syracuse, they sound just like me. So it's really interesting for me. But so here's this guy from Long Island who's talking to me, and he's cute and nice and dateable, like extremely dateable. And then I'm on, and I see somebody has woofed me. This thing, maybe it's called Gruff. I don't remember. It's an app. You guys can decide what's what. So he like woofed me, and I look at this guy, and I'm going through. He's freaking cute as hell, but he lives 1,900 miles away, which comes to find out is in California. And as I'm going down, I'm reading all of his stuff, and he sounds really interesting. He's like looking for a relationship. He's monogamy focused. It just like dink, 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 dink. Beautiful brown eyes. Like beautiful. Like holy shit, dude. This guy's hot. Why would he even want to talk to me? And I'm going through it and I'm like, okay, And I get down and it has his Instagram. And I'm like, huh, now we're talking my language. Right? Find me on Instagram. Find me on Twitter. I'm everywhere. Like herpes, summer camp, jumping from cabin to cabin. There's a line from a movie. I'm not that person. Yes, I am. I'm the person that memorizes lines from movies and then uses them because I think they're funny. So I find him. I'm like, oh, cool. Hit the link, go to it, and we've talked on Instagram. And I just sat there like, and I go to his Instagram and I'm reading what we've been talking about. And I'm like, this guy, I like this guy. This guy is pretty slick. Intelligent, cute. I want to say butch, but pretty masculine. He likes sports. I hate sports. I will sit through anything to be with the person I like, but I really don't. I'm not the biggest sports fan. I would stay at home all the time if I had a guy that looked like that. And with him, like, saying, can we please go somewhere? Why? I would have to share you with the rest of the world, and I don't want to do that. I am a little bit like that, but not to that extent. So, yeah, and I'm just going through all this stuff, and I'm like, what the hell? Everybody I like, and everybody that, like, responds to me in a very, you're exactly what I'm looking for kind of way, lives a long ways away. There's a guy named Senzo. Beautiful guy. He lives in Jersey. He has a perfect Jersey accent. And he's very handsome. And he follows me on Twitter, I want to say, and found me on Tinder, and then super liked me. And that was a lot of fun, because I started, hey, how are you? And he knew all this stuff about me, and we really, like, connected, and then he just vanished. And every once in a while pops back in. But it's like Colby lives in New Hampshire. Or no, Maine. I'm sorry, Maine. And yeah, It's just like there's all these really cool guys nowhere near me. And I ask them, is there any cool guys around you? And they're like, no, not really. I'm like, what is this? There's a thing. It's got to be. It's a pattern. It's a very distinct pattern. The people around me aren't what I'm looking for. And it's either, right, let me just walk through my logic. It's either that the people that you're accustomed to seeing are not attractive to you, or it's that human, like the people around me are too closely related to me in my head. I understand them too well. So they're not really interesting. But somebody from further afield is. Now, then I meet people like in Louisville and Indianapolis who are not in the next town over. And yet I'm still not finding connections that are translatable into a relationship. So I don't know. I gotta think. These are the conundrums that go through my head. Like, okay, I see a pattern, but why? Because if I can understand the why, that'll tell me how to break the pattern. Or at least give me a heads up as to what I'm up against. I don't know. It sucks. I meet people from all over the place, and the ones that I'm just like really excited about, my world doesn't align with theirs. For me to move to New York City, there are no jobs for me there. I'd have to redo my life. Now, from somebody from New York City to move here, there are jobs, but they'd have to realign their life. And you'd have to get used to the fact that you live in a place where the county I live in probably has fewer people than 4 city blocks in Manhattan. And the food here sucks. I'm not kidding. It really does. We have one Thai restaurant that I think is worth anything. Pre-workout. I still have to go to the gym. I don't wanna. But yeah, so there's, in most of the local restaurants are like, if you like burgers, if you like processed burgers, this is okay for you. Dude, we have one good steakhouse. 2. One's a chain. And the other one is one of my former coworkers who created his own restaurant. And it's really good. It's expensive. But the beef comes from one location. You could go there and look at cows. And they take care of them. And they're well taken care of. So, the meat is good. It's not some slaughterhouse where they import like 50,000 cows every day. And you know exactly that this animal was treated with respect throughout its life. So that's important. That's the cool part. But for the most part, the rest of it is all like barely edible. So it wouldn't work. It would be like, can we go to Indy to have something better? Oh, okay, we get to Indy. This is better. This is Indy. Indy is a little better, but we're still in Indiana. We want good food, we go to Chicago or Detroit. Oddly enough, Cincinnati. Cincinnati's pretty cool. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just weird that I'm not meeting eligible bachelors that are local in any sense of the matter. Not in Indy, not in Louisville. It's just, it is what it is. So in the meantime, I talk to folks all over the country, and, a lot of them are somebody I could actually care for. And I don't dare. Because if I do, then I have to start working on things. And I don't know how to manage that. So that's where I'm at. See, this one was under 10 minutes. It won't be. I'm watching the timer. Oh, this is just me talking to myself. So you guys are in so far beyond what normal people get to hear or see or have to function with. Do you see why I'm single? Isn't this annoying? This is normal conversations in my head as I try to figure out the rest of mankind and what the F is wrong with them. I love you guys. I love you, dude.